Right now, we take a look at southern Wisconsin after last night's storms. Also, 2 plane crashes take place in Oshkosh today. We'll tell you what we know. And we're following True Stage workers as they hold a demonstration at the Capitol. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Last night, southern Wisconsin saw major storms causing damage, some major flooding, as you can see behind me. This video was captured right here in downtown Madison. The storms left thousands without power last night into this morning. The strong winds, heavy rain, and hail left many communities around the area today cleaning up. Thankfully, that storm appears to be behind us. Here's a live look outside, and as you can see, the skies are a lot calmer. And we're going to go and check out our first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Jacob.
Thanks, Jalen. Let's start by looking at some of the pictures from yesterday. Here's a look from Platteville during the storm that actually produced a tornado warning. I don't believe there was a tornado that touched down, but a pretty scary looking wall cloud was captured actually on our sky cam in Platteville. And this was also sent in to us from Platteville. Now, it may look like a tornado, but that's actually just very heavy rain, probably some hail within the rain as well. So we saw some very powerful storms, as we already mentioned yesterday. And here's a look at some of the storm reports. We had reports of hail up to 2.5 inches in diameter near Belmont and Platteville. Wind gusts up to 77 miles per hour from the thunderstorms near Lone Rock. And Darlington reported over 3 inches of rainfall with the storm. So we saw large hail, gusty winds, and very heavy rainfall. We obviously had some flooding in Madison. Now, if you look at some of the storm reports, a lot of them have kind of gone away since because they occurred 24 hours ago. But you can see just how many storm reports occurred across southern Wisconsin last night. Now, here's a look at some more detailed rainfall reports. Some notable ones: Madison received over an inch and a half, and a lot of areas saw over an inch of rainfall. This is over the last 48 hours, including the rainfall we saw yesterday morning. Now, looking at the current temperatures, it is very nice right now with 70s and 60s across much of the area. And the air is also a lot drier today, so the heat index values are a lot lower. I'll have more details on next week's forecast coming up a bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. Last night's storms caused plenty of damage in our area, uprooting trees and sending construction signs flying. Dane County Emergency Management says most of their damage reports came from trees and branches down. But it was power outages that made it a tough night, one for both tens of thousands of customers who lost electricity and the utility crews working overnight to get it back. Braden Ross has the story.
There's never a good time for the power to go out. We certainly understand that.
Friday night. Violent storms taking out power to almost 50,000 customers across southern Wisconsin.
We appreciate everyone's patience because we know it's never fun to lose power.
But just 12 hours later, that number dropped by almost 90%.
You never know when you're going to wake up. Is that number going up or down? You know, what's the damage assessment looking like?
The utility companies had their crews out there last night right away, and they'd been working all night in the dark.
But Friday's storm created dangerous situations for crews. Heavy rain and flash flooding across Madison, limiting workers' ability to help.
The National Weather Service has a saying, turn around, don't drown. So driving through floodwaters is a bad idea.
Our crews that are out there understand they're not going to put themselves in jeopardy, yet at the same time, you know, as quickly and safely as they can, they're going to get on scene and start that restoration work.
For utility companies, triage is the magic word after a big outage.
We're going to target critical customers, for example, hospitals, water pumping stations, things like that. We're going to target those. And the outages that will get the largest number of customers back on. Those are kind of our top priorities.
And as far as Dane County Emergency Management is concerned, it's preparation that truly saves the day.
A lot of vigilance, a lot of dedication to people's safety. And I think kudos to first responders, to emergency management, to 911 center, to our utilities, everybody else who was involved getting ready for the storms.
Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And at this hour, some residents are still without power after these storms. Parts of Madison's east and west sides seeing the brunt of it. Here's a look at MG&E's power outage map. Currently, there are 52 customers without power At the last update from Alliant, they reported 3,000 customers are still without power and only 24 in Dane County. Utility companies are hoping to get everyone back on the grid by tomorrow morning. Stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it free of charge on your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. 2 people were killed and 2 others were injured when 2 aircrafts collided in the air this afternoon. The collision occurred between a helicopter and the gyrocopter just after 12 in Oshkosh at the south end of the EAA Air Venture flight line at Whitman Regional Airport. The 2 injured in the crash were rushed to the hospital and are currently in stable condition. The NTSB reports the 2 aircrafts belonged to event attendees and were not involved in the air show. The crash remains under investigation. Meanwhile, just a couple hours before, 2 people were killed when a plane crashed into Lake Winnebago this morning. Officials reported 1 body has been recovered by divers with search efforts continuing for the second. EAA Air Venture confirmed the plane was at the Air Venture Festival, but was not taking part in the recreational flight or departing. 1 person was found unresponsive. Authorities confirm at least 2 people were aboard the plane during the time of the incident. The crash remains under investigation. There have been 5 crashes in the region during Air Venture, which started on Monday and ends tomorrow. In the crashes prior, nobody had been seriously hurt. They went on a 2-week strike in May, and now today workers at True Stage marched around the Capitol continuing their attempt to gain a new contract from their employer. They say they're fighting for job security, fair compensation, diversity and inclusion, access to quality and affordable health care. Union members and supporters met at the intersection of Dayton Street and State Street to start their demonstration. They proceeded to march to the Capitol, where a rally was held to raise awareness of their fight.
Whether it is walking the picket line, attending a rally like this, talking about this with your family, friends, local businesses, make sure that your voice is heard.
True Stage representatives continue to push back on the union's claims, saying they've been trying to negotiate in good faith. It's been exactly 485 days since True Stage workers had a contract in place. Union organizers said another strike could occur if negotiations continue to go poorly. On tomorrow's For the Record, our Naomi Cole sat down with the union's chief steward. You can find the entire interview here on channel3000.com. A popular Madison event will be coming to an end after this week. It was announced today that this year's CrossFit Games will be the last ones held in Madison for the foreseeable future. Since 2017, the Alliant Energy Center has hosted the games, with a couple of events on the Capitol Square. Destination Madison told News 3 Now earlier this week that the games would not be returning for a 7th year. And today, organizers confirmed the move, citing a desire to expose new people to CrossFit. A new location will be announced at the end of the ongoing competition season. The 2023 CrossFit Games are held this week from August 1st through the 6th at the Alliant Energy Center. Day 1 of the Atwood Fest kicked off this afternoon, offering plenty of activities for the entire family to enjoy. The 2-day music fest features 3 stages for live music that are used to highlight local bands. It opened with the Convergence, 4 different parades that meet and come together at the festival grounds. The annual event is just a way for families to get together and enjoy what the Atwood community is really about.
Community is everything, especially we've learned over the pandemic, we missed each other, and so being together once again means the world to me. I do believe that connection to one another is the meaning of life.
Today's musicians included Piper Road Spring Band, Frank Bush and the Names, and the New Primitives. Some highlights tomorrow are Jane Lee Hooker, Dub Foundation featuring Jaw Boogie, and the Joel Patterson Trio. The event runs from noon to 5 tomorrow afternoon. When you think of drumming, what comes to mind? To me, it's the Rock Band video game from when I was a kid. For you, it may be a person performing in your favorite bands such as AC/DC or the Rolling Stones. But for some youth in Madison, what they think of when you say drummer is bending the preconceptions of what drumming is to you and I.
They're not playing Back in Black, Satisfaction, or any number of your favorite hits.
At Urel Lashley's summer arts camp for Madison youth, what his students learned is anything but the norm.
We run this camp as an explorational opportunity for the public.
The 2-week-long Drum Power summer camp focuses on West African, Afro-Brazilian, and Afro-Cuban musical traditions, something that is hard to find across the country, let alone in Madison.
I know that it's a need everywhere, but I think it is especially a need here because there really aren't programs like it.
Before creating Drum Power in 2001, Urel's passion for drumming led him to Chicago, performing with the Cancuran West African Dance Company. That experience has served him well ever since coming to Madison.
There was nothing that wasn't focused on European traditions in the arts here. So I knew, because I had that background, that I should build it.
And build it he did, bringing together what he likes to call the most diverse performing arts program in the capital city.
Probably even in Wisconsin, possibly, but in the sense that you can find other camps where majority of African-American students, but there'll also be majority folks of low income. Here we have students of all different backgrounds and all different socioeconomic all together.
And he says beyond teaching Madison youth an alternative to Western music, Drum Power is just a part of making the community he calls home better connected through music.
That sense of belonging is definitely a thing that I think students can come to depend and rely on, and you know, we form a group of folks. I'm proud to have it in Madison because I just think it fills a need.
Drum Power's Summer Arts Camp culminates this afternoon in a day's worth of drumming and dancing. The event took place from 1 to 7:30 p.m. at the My Art Center located at 1055 East Mifflin Street. 4 classes were offered today. Individual class cost is $18 and a full day pass for all the activities is $60. After the break, hundreds of Army National Guard soldiers return home to Wisconsin. We'll show you the celebration next. Plus, Jacob is back with another look at the forecast when the next time we could see rain.
Oh, the kids? At your parents'. I ate an hour ago because you completely forgot about the anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. And score 2 Doctor's Choice pillows for only $69.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The anniversary sale only at Denver Mattress.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
A Madison pastor keeps preaching after the state shuts his daycare down because he's being investigated for child sexual assault. Naomi Coles is asking, Why is he still around children? News 3 Now investigates. Monday at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
After a 10-month deployment, today was a long-awaited return for 260 Wisconsin Army National Guard soldiers who returned home today. Corey Ferris brings us the sights and sounds from the Dane County Regional Airport.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, time to introduce our guests of honor, the returning soldiers of the 157th Maneuver Enhancement Brigade under the leadership of Colonel Eric Leckel and Command Sergeant Major Wire. 157th, welcome home to the Badger State.
I gotta say, I've been waiting for this moment for quite a while, so I'm real happy to be back.
This is my third deployment coming back, and it does not get easier at all. I think this one was maybe even one of the harder ones.
The 157th provided and enhanced force protection throughout the Horn of Africa. Each and every one of these actions assisted our partners to continuously take the fight to Al-Shabaab and other violent extremist organizations. This all culminated with the military-assisted departure of the U.S. Embassy in Sudan. This is a military operation which is seldom ever executed, and Sudan's evacuation was done flawlessly.
When we had the send-off in September, I said that moments like those are bittersweet. You got to go off and serve your country and prove what the soldiers of Wisconsin have to offer in our nation's defense.
People from Wisconsin, we do a great job. That our standard is higher than most people. That we excel at what we do and make sure the mission gets accomplished.
It is such a beautiful day, and it's so beautiful to see all those smiling faces out there.
I've never seen so many smiling faces in one place. There's a certain happiness in the air right now. That happy to be here.
Thank you, and welcome home, 157.
Soldiers, dismissed.
Welcome home, everyone. We're happy you're back, but now we transition to weather with our first warn forecast with Jacob Montesano.
With the rainfall we saw the last 2 days, I want to take a look at the updated precipitation comparison. Now, for the month, we actually are over 2 inches above average. But since June, or at least since the beginning of June, because June was so below average, we are still at a deficit of over 2 inches from June 1st to now. That just shows you how dry it was during that month. And for the year, we are about 3.5 inches below average. But July has certainly been a lot of help. With only 2 days remaining in the month, we are definitely going to have the entire month will be above average as a whole. Now here's a look at the 3 things you need to know going forward. We are going to remain mild for much of next week, and we also are going to be a little bit less humid. And for the most part, we're going to be dry, but there are a few chances of some showers, especially for the middle portion of the week. But in general, the forecast is looking very quiet, especially compared to the last couple of days. Current radar, a lot of clear skies, a few pop-up showers for areas near Milwaukee. For the most part, we really have been mostly dry during the day, and that's going to continue for the next couple of days as well. Sunday looking very dry, winds out of the north, not really going to, the winds aren't even going to be a huge factor either. Monday we're also going to see a lot of sunshine, maybe a few more clouds on Tuesday, but we're still expected to be dry for the most part. Some slight chances of rain during the overnight hours, and Wednesday we could see some slight showers and storms, but it looks like the best chance of rain for Wednesday will be during the overnight hours. But for the most part, we're really not expected to see a lot of rainfall for the next several days until possibly Wednesday night. Now, low temperatures tonight will drop to around 60 degrees for us here in Madison, but take a look further north. Camp Douglas could drop all the way to 50, with some isolated areas possibly dropping into the upper 40s. So with the dry air and clear skies, we are going to see overnight lows a bit chilly. Now, the temperatures tomorrow are going to be just about perfect. Sunshine. High temperatures will be in the 70s. Air will be very dry, so we're not expected to see any high heat index values. Get out and enjoy the weather because, like I said, it's going to be just about perfect. Now, Monday is also going to be very nice, maybe a little bit warmer with highs in the lower 80s. Mostly sunny skies for the most part. We are going to be seasonable, very close to average, very light wind as well. Now, looking beyond that, we also are going to be a little bit below average as we look at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, with with parts of the southern half of the United States still being well above average. Now, looking at the next 10 days, we'll be right near the average temperatures. Average highs right in the lower 80s. Although we will warm up for the middle of the week, it's not going to be as warm as it was the last couple of days. Could possibly get to 90, but for the most part, we'll stay in the 80s. We'll drop back to the lower 80s for the end of the week. And as I just showed, beyond the 10-day forecast, we are expected to see temperatures possibly dip below average. So very comfortable temperatures for the foreseeable future. And as I mentioned, a very quiet forecast, which we definitely could use. We could use a breather after the last week or so with the air quality alert and the hot temperatures and then the severe weather.
I mean, we're catching a huge break with that 78 that you said we're going to see tomorrow. That's somewhat like fall weather.
Yeah, and especially with the dry air, you know, you could just feel how it was much less humid today, despite the temperatures only being about 5 to 10 degrees below what they were yesterday. It felt way cooler because the heat index values were up near 100 yesterday, and they were right around what the temperatures actually were today. So
for sure, hopefully
nice.
that coolness continues. Thank you, Jacob. And coming up in sports, a former Badger running back requested a trade from his NFL team. All the details on the superstar and next in sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. Now get a Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Lightning with 3.9% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash and $500 low APR cash.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, carefully knead dough. Step 2, artfully spread sauce. Step 3, add fresh mozzarella and assemble toppings. Step 4, realize we already did all that for you, so all you have to do is bake it. Get the Herb Chicken Mediterranean Pizza with chicken, sun-dried tomatoes, and zesty herbs on a thin, crispy crust for just $10.99. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
It's Champion Windows' 70th anniversary sale, and we're giving the presents to you. Right now, get 40% off new windows, plus pay nothing for 18 months. And we're giving away $70,000 in our home makeover giveaway. 70 years of designing, building, installing, and guaranteeing Champion Comfort 365 windows direct from our factory to your home. Don't wait. Get 40% off windows today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Breaking in the last few hours, Jonathan Taylor has requested a trade from the Indianapolis Colts, but the team says they don't plan to honor that request. The news came following a meeting between the former Badger and Colts owner Jim Irsay. The two have been in the midst of a public contract dispute as Taylor wants a contract extension heading into the final year of his rookie deal. Now, Colts owner Irsay was quoted saying, "If I die tonight and Taylor is out of the league, no one's going to miss us. The league moves on." A little bit harsh, if you ask me. Taylor joins a large group of NFL running backs that are pushing for more fair pay from owners. JT reported to Colts training camp on Wednesday, but watched from the sideline with an injury. When high school softball and baseball players end their seasons, where do they play for the rest of the summer? Well, for the last 100 years, boys have played American Legion baseball, but for softball players, there's been nowhere other than travel ball to go. Until now, that is. Today in DeForest was the first ever Wisconsin American Legion softball tournament, bringing the state's best teams to compete for a state title. It took 3 years to set up the event, but for the Legion, providing these girls the same opportunity the boys had for the last 100 years was worth every second.
It provides a venue for these kids to play, because right now, a lot of the summer ball is played with these elite club teams, which are really, really expensive. As a result, they weren't playing at all.
Girls' sports need to be in the limelight just the same as the boys, so it's we're in the 21st century, so let's all get on board, and I'm glad that we were able to host the first tournament.
Brewers trying to even up the series with the MLB best Braves. Runners on the corners. Travis d'Arnaud lines one into the gap, and look at Sal Frelick with the circus catch. It would score a run on the play, and that was really all the Brewers highlights we had today. The offense kept coming for the Braves. They pull away for a big-time 11-5 win. When TJ Edwards was a senior at Wisconsin, Jack Sanborn joined the linebacker room as a freshman. Now, 5 years later, the pair reunite, but this time doing so in a Bears uniform. Having that Madison connection will help down at Soldier Field. Edwards says he still sees Sanborn as a kid, calling him the young buck, remembering the potential he saw in the freshman, while Jack remembers TJ as the man.
He was kind of the man. He was kind of the guy in college, especially at the linebacker position. So, I mean, you come in as a freshman, you obviously just try to learn as much as possible. He's just a baller, and he's just a football guy.
I still got to call him a kid just because I've known him for so long. But see his progression and how he's, taking his game. I watched damn near every snap that he had last year when he was here just to kind of see how he was doing. And now that it comes full circle.
Finally, Jalen, professional athletes get asked to sign a lot of things, but it's not every day you get to sign a baby. That's exactly what TJ Watt did at Steelers training camp this week. The Pewaukee native is one of 4 former Badgers on the Steelers this season, and I gotta ask, somebody hands you a baby, are you signing that baby or are you not signing the baby?
I think once you start signing babies, that's when you know you're a superstar.
I guess,
so
yeah.
It'd be like really humbling and flattering.
It would.
Like, you really want me to sign your baby? So yeah, I would do it.
Because a baby's such a sacred thing, and if you want me to sign it, like, yeah.
And then the fact that they let TJ hold the baby.
Right, yeah. I mean, the dad just handed the baby down. I mean, that's a lot of trust.
But yeah, I would sign it. Would you?
I think so. I think so.
All right, glad we're on the same page. Thank you, Andrew. We're back with more after this.
Surgenian's 93-year history means you pay $93 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $6,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Get 40% off new windows during Champion's 70th anniversary sale. Plus, pay nothing for 18 months. And don't miss your chance to win our $70,000 home makeover. Enter online today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Adults can have ADHD too, and are often unaware they do. Kelly Pickens of Undivided Attention provides a comprehensive ADHD evaluation and treatment program for women with ADHD, giving vital support on the journey to understanding our brain and finding self-acceptance in spite of the challenges. Let Undivided Attention allow you to realize that you are not defined by your limitations. Request an appointment today.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made My Pillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded My Pillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these My Pillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
Jacob, so these slightly cooler temps are showing us that football season is around the corner, but before we get to that, what do you have for us on weather?
Yeah, temperatures are going to feel a little bit like fall tomorrow. During the afternoon, it will still feel a little bit like summer, but upper 70s, a lot of sunshine, and then lower to mid 80s for the rest of the week. Mid 80s by the middle of the week with a slight chance of some storm with. We're not expecting to see heavy rainfall. In general, the next 10 days are going to be very similar.
So, Andrew, anything that stuck out to you from Big Ten Media Days at all that you heard?
Yeah, I think a lot of confidence from Luke Fickell and a lot of confidence from the team. You have everybody asking about their expectations, and every single one of them said we're only worried about our own expectations. And kind of the command Luke Fickell can have of a room and of a program, I think, is something that everybody should be really excited about.
I feel like this season has got to be one of the more hyped seasons in a while for Wisconsin football.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of new blood. We're definitely looking forward to it. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We've made it a great evening.